Okay, so we are probably going to have to wrap up the show in a sense that we are experiencing some power outages here.
And powder outages.
Yeah. But we are back live. Sorry for the interruption. The power went out more than once.
Yeah.
And the internet went out more than once.
Yeah.
And we are back up. And so please join us. Please share around. But we're going to go back to Commodore Story.
I'll wrap this up with the story how I got into Wasteland. Okay.
So it's a soap dispenser?
I'm on that live,
It comes out of his nose. Shoot.
and I ran into a couple people who messaged me who live in a nearby town area.
Soap dispenser?
And we got to know each other, and they talked to me about Wasteland. So, they showed me some clips, and when I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool, but it's so close to a convention I always go to, so I don't think I'm going to make it because I don't have the funds for it. And then, mind you, this is 2015. A big post-apocalyptic movie came out in 2015. Mad Max Fury Road. And Mad Max, I am a huge fan of that film. It's something me and my dad, I grew up watching with my dad, and me and my dad bonded. We bonded on a lot of post-apocalyptic films. Mad Max, Waterworld, Tank Girl, Escape from New York.
Oh, good old Ice Cube.
And so, after I got out of the theater, I hit up my friend like, hey, do you still have a spot for Wasteland Weekend? Fuck it, I'll go. And he's like, yeah. So I saved up as much as I could. I went, and 2015 was my first year. And it was just fucking amazing. Like, I didn't know what to expect other than I need camping gear and wear a Wasteland outfit. I'm already a huge Fallout fan. I've been playing the games and shit. And not as much as this one right here. I played console shit. So, the glitchy ones.
The glitchy ones, perfect.
So,
Bethesda glitch.
yes. So, the best memory I have my first year are two things. One, I climbed the Thunderdome for the first time.
Nice.
Because that was also the Thunderdome's first year.
Oh, yeah.
Death Guild's Thunderdome.
Yeah. The official like Death Guild from Burning Man.
And then two, I drunkenly stumbled across a particular club called the Ghoul Crest Hunting Club.
Cheap plug.
I've never heard of this club. Please tell us.
Yeah, like, tell us more.
I saw cool people that had a bar and cigars, and they all had these unique looking ties. I was like, how do I get into this? And then they told me how to do it. You have to get a bounty hunt and share the story of how you got this hunt. And it's basically like, you have to like exaggerate the story. You know, like, it's like, I call it fish this big kind of shit.
Okay.
The big fish tail.
So, I caught my bounty hunt. I literally caught this motherfucker in a porta potty.
Oh my god.
So, I said the gist of my bounty hunt, I caught my guy with his pants down. So, they just busted up laughing at the story, and I earned the 30 of the Dirty 30 Ghoul Crest member ties.
For the first year, right?
For their first year too. They only gave out 30 ties, and I got the last fucking one. And then years later, I'm part of their tribe. I am now a tribe member of the Ghoul Crest, as I'm now titled the Commodore instead of just Pistol Whip.
Oh, okay.
All because you sat there and drank a lot.
And
This is how I became a tribe member. Because they're looking for more people, and they're going through photos saying, who can we have someone as a tribe member? And they're like, oh look, there's Danny in the front of the bar.
You know, free picture.
There's Danny in front of the bar. There's Danny in front of the bar.
It's amazing what you can accomplish at Wasteland by drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah?
just like you did there at the front of the bar.
Yeah.
And they were not. And here's the thing: Ghoul Crest and Major and Commodore have mentioned this story. They purposely chose seats that were uncomfortable
Yeah.
because they wanted to move people
Outside beer
through.
kegs.
Oh god.
So they were
Don't
like,
push it.
Oh man.
Reversed.
Oh.
yeah. So they chose seats that would move people through, so they could always have fresh audience and fresh people to serve. And
I remember.
yeah, now they moved to the
The one reason I
benches.
don't do is I have to go to the bathroom really, really bad because I keep drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because, like, other than that, I will find a spot open. I'm like, mine. Hey, how you guys doing? I'll have another drink.
And that's actually the same way that myself and Commodore met.
Yeah, met him my first year.
Met at Ghoulcrest, which was, like we said, was Ghoulcrest's first year. Was the first time I had met Ghoulcrest in person. I met them through the internet because they came on one of the groups saying, "Hey, we're bringing this cigar lounge," and so I've told this story. I'll keep it brief. I'm a cigar smoker. I've been a cigar smoker for a long time. I got introduced to cigars through the Renaissance Fair. Learned quite a bit about what I like and cigars in general. And when they said, "Hey, we're bringing a cigar lounge," I had been bringing cigars to Wasteland, and walking around and meeting people and finding other cigar smokers and be like, "Hey, is it cool if I light up a cigar in the casino? Is it cool if I light up a cigar in this bar?" Or whatever. And people would be cool, or people would be like, "No, take it outside." So, whatever.
It's tobacco, especially heavy tobacco like cigars.
So it was always this hit or miss type of thing. So anyway, when Ghoulcrest says, "Hey, we're bringing a cigar lounge," I immediately private messaged both of them and said, "Awesome, I'm on board. What do you smoke? What kind of cigars do you enjoy?" They both were completely honest and said, "We're cigarette smokers, but there's no such thing as a cigarette lounge. You bring a cigar lounge." And I said, "I appreciate your honesty. Everybody starts somewhere. I will recommend a couple of cigars that I will say that if you try these, you will enjoy them." They went out, having never met me, having only talked to me over the internet, and went out and bought several of the cigars that I'd recommend.
Oh, okay.
Smoked them, messaged me a couple weeks later and said, "These are some of the best cigars we've ever had. Do you want to be our cigar advisor?" And I said, well, they came up with that name later, of course. But I was like, isn't that what I just did? And they're like, no. Like, officially, as part of the bar, be our cigar czar. And I was like, that name, that title, I mean...
How can I say no to that?
Yeah, exactly. And so, so 2015 leading up to the event, we'd only communicated online, and then I get to go to their bar for the first time, and I get to come in, and they've got the cigars that they've purchased, that we've talked about, that we've discussed, and I'm just sitting there puffing, and I think I was puffing actually on my hookah.
Yeah, you're on your hookah.
I brought my hookah, and I had this hookah at the time that was a skull with a bear that was hugging the pipe, and then the pipe led up, of course, to where you puff on it. But it was like this very unique kind of Frankenstein hookah that I built from several other broken old hookahs that I'd had. And so, that was how myself and Commodore met, was because of
It got my attention. I said, "Hey, mind if I join you for a smoke of hookah?" Because I am a big hookah person. I am the caterpillar of hookahs. And
I'm the Mad Hatter. I mean, we smoke.
The caterpillar.
The Hatter is going to enjoy tea and cigars and hookah. I mean,
so he accepted me to join him, and we were talking. We just hit it off, and then I met him the next year, and that's when my ex at the time caught his bounty, and then that's a story we tell repeatedly on this show. If you get a chance to come out the Wasteland and you want to play the bounty game, I will tell you right now, there is a tier above the regular bounty game that is the most wanted. There are a number of people, probably 24 or more, that are part of that tier. I am one of those people. I can guarantee you right now, my mission to catch me will be one of the most complicated, difficult missions. But if you complete it, I will congratulate you, and it will be an epic story. And I have many epic stories. And if you want to catch me, it's going to be a challenge. But please, come and fucking do it, because you know what? This is my challenge. You're not fucking good enough. Prove me otherwise. You're not fucking good enough of a bounty hunter. All of Rust Devils, all of the bounty hunters, you are not fucking good enough to catch the Hatter. Prove me wrong. Only a few have done it. Will you be next?
That's a challenge.
Your ego dick just took over the bar.
Yes.
It's over 7 inches.
Yeah.
I feel really inadequate right now. Like, the fact that my cock is not even fucking paling in comparison.
But I will share one quick final story before we turn off, because we are having some power outage, some internet issues, and we're going to cut the show probably just a little early. But
10 minutes.
this is my tie. I claim number 31 of the Dirty 30. And the reason I claim that number is because, one, I can't steal positions from anybody who is Dirty 30. That's just inappropriate. They earned that. But my first year, I already owned this tie. I decorated it myself. My aesthetic is a gentleman hobo from like the Great Depression, 1920s era, which is a time that my actual great-grandfather was a genuine train-hopping hobo, helped build the rails, helped build parts of America. So it's part of my own genuine heritage. I rocked this tie, minus their logo, of course. And when they said, hey, you're a member, you get a tie, I said, no. None of your ties. I want this tie tag. And they said, okay, that's not a problem. They didn't argue with me. They were just like, we didn't bring the stencil, but we'll get you later. And they did, of course, get me later. But so I was part of, in a sense, the Dirty 30, but because I didn't get tagged until 2016, their second year, I've always said I'm number 31 of the Dirty 30.
Yeah.
And it's a special honor because all those other people, they worked hard, and so did I. We all did our missions, we all did our bounties and our stories and all that. So, if you ever want to be a part of Ghoulcrest, come join us, come do the missions, come do whatever.
That's when Ghoulcrest comes to Wasteland Weekend.
Yeah.
And also, the method of earning your tie is completely different now. It's been explained when Major was on the show. If you want to learn more about that, he explains it on that episode.
Go watch
it. You can go watch it on our YouTube channel, Wasteland Talk.
It used to be a bounty. Now, honestly,
just be a good fucking person.
just be a good fucking contributing person to the community, to Wasteland, which is something obviously we love. We've talked about. If you want to support Wasteland, if you want to support Wasteland Talk, if you want to support our community, buy merchandise from other Wastelanders.
Yes.
We've all been through this pandemic for a year now. Lots of people have struggled. Lots of people have gone through a lot of bullshit. If you are fortunate enough to have the extra cash, buy shit from the community.
Like
you want patches, you want shirts, you want hats, you want insignias, anything you want. Buy it from within the community. Support your fellow Wastelanders. Show the love. And if you want to buy one of our patches, our Wasteland Talk patches, Gilly, who makes our patches, that is his small business. You can always buy them from him. They go 100%. The proceeds go to him.
Yeah.
We always try to look out for
us by wearing the patch and showing it off. Tell people what it's about if they ask.
You support us by supporting Wasteland.
Exactly.
All right, there you go.
Now,
so
I believe we have one more person we didn't get to talk to on here.
Robert Downey Jr. Where is he?
No, we talked to him.
Yeah,
Didn't we? Okay.
he came and went already.
Morning.
okay. I'll step out of the
You are a regular view for both Wasteland Talk and College.
True, yes.
True.
Tell me, what was your first year at Wasteland and how do you hear about it?
My first year was 2018.
Okay.
I think I actually heard it from a follow-up page on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, like...
I mean, Wasteland has an excellent Facebook community, obviously.
Yeah, really good
It's
Facebook
found it.
community.
So, what's your best moment your first year? What's like when you think back to your first year, what's the first
Oh,
that
the
popped in your
carnival. The carnival for
The
sure.
carnival?
That was the human
Yeah.
fucking claw machine.
Yes, I was ready to make
I was there like every night. I was like, holy fuck, this place is amazing. I was there like every night.
Everyone has that one place where we're like, just, oh, I must come back to this
Yeah,
every
exactly,
fucking
yeah.
night.
That's how I feel about the WCC. Like, the fucking deadline in the Wastelander is like one of my favorite things about Wasteland. That's the thing that I always start with when I'm telling people about Wasteland. I'm like, they've got their own fucking fully functional post service. They've got a fully functional like radio station.
Their newspaper comes out every
single
day.
day.
Like,
We're like a legit newspaper company.
Like, Deadline's dedication to making the Wastelander is just unparalleled. Like,
Yeah.
he goes and he
For sure,
fucking
yeah.
works the entire weekend Wasteland, and he's got reporters out in the
Ain't
field.
that like one of your questions for the Cards Against Wasteland? Like, why didn't your story make the
Yeah, that's what I'm constantly plugging Deadline. He's one of my favorite humans ever. Like, he's an incredible person.
Agree, 100%.
Everything he brings to Wasteland is just so magnificent.
And that
Like,
radio station.
Yeah.
Anything. The radio station else on the radio.
I got some shit I want to add.
Okay.
So we got Razor watching, who's a regular viewer of ours. We haven't get to see a whole lot, and oh my god!
Thank you.
Hi there.
We got some more humans coming in.
So
Just to be forewarned, we are live on Facebook. So,
yeah.
Oh.
we can continue on with the quest.
We got 5 minutes left.
5 whole minutes.
So Blackie says, "Hi guys, I'm moving next weekend. Happy birthday, by the way, to me because it is my birthday today. I am Spooky 31 today."
Yay.
Right, and then we got Matt Ryder says, "I bought stuff from other Wastelanders every payday. Go ahead and Wasted Saints."
Shout out to Mad Ratter. Who was it? Was it Mad Ratter who sent us to the?
Yes, Matt Ryder. So whenever we get a chance to do our show on our Vault 42, you'll see the amazing gift we got. That's Waterworld influence.
We have a piece of the Exxon Valdez, and we have an autograph from
Dennis Hopper, who will play the Deacon of Waterworld and amongst other amazing films like Super Mario Brothers and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Those are the first two that popped in your
So if I can say something to everybody who watches, to all of our fans, you guys are fucking amazing.
Right?
I mean, for myself and Commodore to start this little live show in our
You
apartment,
motherfuckers. During
just to
COVID.
communicate, just to not feel so disconnected from our community, from our family, from our dirt home.
Keep community strong at during these dark times.
You guys have reached out and played it into this show just as much as we have put out into it. And when we get gifts like this, I mean,
Oh my god, like, I almost cried because, like I said earlier, like, Waterworld is one of the many post-hoc films I watched with my father, and we really bonded each other when I was a young child over the Mad Max film, the Waterworld, the fucking Escape from New York, and Waterworld was just an amazing, despite how it did in the box office, I fucking love the Waterworld film. It is 90s cheese at one of its finest.
oh, it's amazing. I love Waterworld.
It's just beautiful and like.
I mean, the Disciples of the D's was absolutely one of the tribes I always admired.
Right,
Right?
the fact that they had one of the boats from that fucking film.
Right? And so, yeah, the fact that I have been a longtime fan of the post-apocalypse scene, and so is Commodore, and so is obviously a shit ton of people here. But just how much you guys appreciate and play back into that, we can't thank you enough for the gifts we've gotten, for the swag, for the patches, for everything that you guys have
The
sent
purple
us.
heart I got from getting maimed by the damn Baron.
Yeah. So,
That's a story I can tell you later. Because I can tell it many times on this fucking show.
so as a closeout, we will see you guys all in a couple weeks.
Yeah. We'll be live at Tooch's place in hopes that we're having one of the tribe leaders from the Rust Bunnies.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for
We
sure.
have another comment from Razor.
Okay, go ahead.
I have props from Wasteland Weekend and still trying to find owners to them.
Okay, so
Do you have our
apparently,
address?
if you know that person and you left something behind, maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe if they're lost and found, yeah.
Yeah. Just if you want to post it on, you can even post it on our fucking Facebook page. Send us pictures like, hey, I found this.
I don't know who owns it. Somebody needs to claim it. Yeah. If that's the issue, if somebody needs to claim it, you want to ship it back to them or
But if
have
you
them pick it up this year, Wasteland.
shit you just want to give away, I mean, fuck, our doors are open.
we've got a stage wall that the Commodore built,
Make sure they'll end it up.
and it needs more decorations. So if you want to send us shit, we always accept it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We will talk about it. We will plug you. We will all of that.
So, in closing, I am Commodore Pistolwood.
And I am Hat of the Waste.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Thank you all for joining us. Fuck you very much.
Thank you, Cock, for
Thank you for the Cock
letting me
host.
be a host.
Thanks for coming, guys.
And come and check out the Cox Barterville Swap Meet.
This whole weekend, 29 Palms.
Help.
445 Saladin Avenue. Show up.
Help them sell some shit because they are moving and everything must go.
We're moving to New-
Everything must go.
Yeah,
Take it, please.
they got a new adventure going to New Vegas.
Yep, that's where the new headquarters of the Cox gonna be.
And I look forward to being there with you.
I know, I'm really excited to have you come visit. I got a pool, come fucking by.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Sorry about the interruptions. We can't control the power. Maybe someday.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2
Very
weeks.
well.